hit it.
I never hit live. Why is the chat so quiet?
Well, my very first one chat. Remember when we talked for like 3 hours? Did I tell you that I never hit end stream?
You did tell me that. Yes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you did tell me.
I went upstairs, and my friend Vic, if you know Victor Medina, who does all my half my covers, he's like, you're still live, right? And I was like, what do you see? And he's like, it's just black. He's like, I should probably. I thought when I shut my laptop, it turns off. I don't know what I'm doing. So
I've done that once before too. Is where I walked away from the stream and I got text message going, "Hey, you're still live." I'm like, oh no, are people hearing me sing in the shower? What is it?
I would have never known. It would have been live for 7 days till the next Monday. I would have had no clue. I don't even know how this thing works. I do pay now, so I'm
well, there's
welcome.
There's streams now where all it is it's just watching people live their life.
Oh
yeah.
So
thank you, Mom. That's my mom saying happy birthday.
But happy birthday, Carissa.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Making a drink for you.
Okay, could you drink for me because I don't drink.
I'm the only one drinking alcohol ever.
Gatorade.
The Gatorade for you.
I don't even have water. I am so unprepared in life right now.
You're gonna be parched.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like an alcoholic.
You should at least have a cup of tea with a dog on the front.
That's right.
Yeah, it's a dog.
Lacquer. I have a hellhound, but it doesn't drink. So, yeah.
It does when you're not looking.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you.
So, how does it feel to be 35 again?
It feels awesome. Old age. Yeah, I'm 46. So, I'm like, oh, look, it tells me that I went live on my. I've never hooked it up to my YouTube before because it's always Lori, but Lori's using her own thing now.
And we can't raid hers today.
Yeah,
that'd been great. We just merge it. We just merged the stream over. We're like, hey, what's up?
She's launching, but we see hers goes so fast. It's 2 seconds in, it's already jumped up to $223. So,
oh wow,
yeah, she's doing a trade paperback. So, if anyone wants to go over to Path of the Pale Rider, she's doing her first trade paperback, which is awesome.
Hopefully, the Comic-Con she was at serves her well and gets her a lot of good
for sure.
Yeah.
I heard people did pretty well over there. I know George what's his name? He does the duty. I heard he did really well over there. So
yeah, I think he did really good. Yeah.
So I heard good things. And then Timothy was at the Independence Creators Expo or whatever, and he actually did mention that he did really well over there too. So cons are flourishing now. We can all retire.
Yeah. Mine's in June, so we'll see how that goes. I'm going to be in Nashville Fairgrounds on the June 1st and 2nd.
Mine's in August, I think.
I like Nashville's. I also love when it's not on a Friday because Fridays are the slowest days, which is sometimes better in bigger cons because then you could talk.
Yeah.
But I did really well at Nashville last time.
You guys gotta do Motor City Nightmares. It's great.
I don't even know where that is.
It's in Michigan.
Oh.
Michigan, of course.
Yeah, because that's where I am at.
I'm supposed to know that. I barely know where I'm living now.
Oh, well, Tom and I are from Michigan, so we know that.
Yeah, I do the store signing on Friday for Kruger's Comics that's opening up in South Haven.
Nice.
Is that next week?
This Friday.
Oh, this Friday.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, March 1st. Yeah.
All right, cool. I will be over there.
Yeah,
I'm thinking of doing Grand Rapids in the fall.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you in Michigan?
No, I'm in California.
Oh, okay.
I go everywhere.
She's just on that level.
Yeah, I guess so. She's just everywhere. Oh, hey.
We're doing WonderCon at the end of March. Anybody here going to WonderCon?
No, where's that?
In Florida?
Anaheim, California. It's like a mini San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh.
A lot more affordable, easy to get to.
I don't go near California. It has always scared me. I feel like I would get lost on the roads or somewhere I'm not supposed to
End
be.
up in Mexico.
I always feared, always, and this isn't a political thing. I've always feared California like it was some other planet.
Well,
that I
there's
wouldn't
Oh,
be
it
able to
is.
figure
It
out.
it is, and they're
Well,
also
it kind of-
slowly. Oh, go on.
It kind of is, but I mean, it has the 5th largest economy in the world.
Well, aren't they
So
also slowly drifting away from the United States? So
In
they are
so many
kind of
ways.
becoming
In
their
so many
own
ways.
country.
Are they really?
Yeah.
It kind of depends on what section of California you live in.
Oh, of course.
It's very. There is a northern section that likes to refer to themselves as Jefferson State. It's in Shasta County, and they definitely want to secede to Idaho. And I wish them the best of luck.
You can do that.
We're proud of
You
you.
can just go. It's okay.
You do
We're all
that.
right with that.
Come back and tell us how that went. We got this.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just California. I haven't gone near, and I don't. I haven't traveled Midwest or I mean, I've been mostly East Coast and now the South because I moved here to get away from snow with the 10 inches I had last week. I'm still mad about the blizzard.
Speaking of, New York Comic Con's Artist Alley applications are open. I got the email.
Yeah, I just saw that. Yeah, that
Did
just
you?
came out.
I don't know if I want to do that or not. Because I mean, I have some buddies over in California or in New York, so I could probably use that as an excuse to go there, not to see them, but you know.
Right.
I did want to go to Terrificon because did I say it Terrificon? I don't know. Because that's in Connecticut and my family there. My mother is there. That's at one of the casinos, right, or something.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think.
He never remembers once he goes.
Yeah.
My only con news is that our local Steel City Con is not going to be housed where it normally is anymore. They're moving and relocating and having to find a whole new location for it.
Yay! Just out of
Why?
price or just expanding?
No. So around here, the large stores are for what the large kind of department store areas are being purchased. And this, what used to be just a major convention center, is being turned into a Dick's Sporting Goods.
Wow.
Just
Okay.
complete unbeknownst to the people who had cons already scheduled this year, they were notified, sorry, we're going in a different direction, we're getting rid of this, it's not a convention center anymore, it's a Dick's, and you can find another place.
Well, why don't they just start? What I could imagine an email where they said, "Hey, so the convention's in a Dick's Sporting Goods. So
Yeah.
You're in the golf
By the
section.
basketball section.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that for this year that they're being
It's
forced
it's
out?
for it's this year, and they're frantically trying to find a new place to locate to. Yeah.
Wow, because I'm actually on the waiting list for them
Oh,
because I understand
it's not going.
it's
Good
not
news.
going well. Okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
I mean, they're looking for a new place, so if they find a large, nice venue, maybe you'll find yourself off of that waiting list.
One guy here in Michigan does he does like Macomb Mall, and he puts the whole convention in a mall, and it's like Macomb Mall Convention or something. It was I think last weekend or this weekend, one of these weekends. It was there. But it seems like a really good idea, especially for like dying malls, because there's like
for
those
sure.
big buildings just sitting there.
So the mall crossover with this one and the local like nerd culture is that it's the Monroeville Mall, and that's where zombie movies were filmed in the mall there.
Dawn of the Dead?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Zombie movies. Yeah, so
Shopping mall was filmed there.
Yeah. I love Dawn of the Dead. I used to have plans to like, okay, if I was to go to the mall, what did they do wrong and what could I have done better?
Yeah.
Well, they do like the stupidest things, which I guess is so the movie can happen. But
right.
I always been like, why did you do that? Like, why did you do that? But I thought the mall is a great place to go. But then my husband said, and he hates all, like he watched The Walking Dead. I got him to watch it, but he's not really a zombie person. And then he said like the perfect thing. He's like, why don't you just go to the airport and live in one of the planes? Like they're 2 stories. They have showers and bathrooms and food, and you can close up the stairs and the zombies can't get you. So now I'm like, well, shit.
Well, because there
I
needs to be
didn't-
running water on the plane, and eventually you're
running
going to
water?
run out of that. They're not hooked
Yeah.
up to running water. They just have a reserve tank.
Well, you can go. You
No.
can like take a trip
You
into
can-
the airport, but I'm just
you
saying
can-
the zombies can't get you like when you're sleeping or anything. Like you're safe in the airport.
You have a plane, Chad. You can fly to fresh water.
There you go.
Can you fly a
Yes,
plane though?
Chad.
Is the other question.
Yeah,
Give it enough time. I have
Oh,
made
that's
Watch
fair,
zombie
yeah.
YouTube.
yeah.
Actually, it
Yeah.
would be perfect. Actually,
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yes.
YouTube would be perfect for the zombie apocalypse. You can find all kinds of weird content and just post all of your own shit there from now on and get
Yep.
2 views. And you're like, yeah, there's.
I do remember the biker gang, and I do remember they had like a false wall that they hid behind, which I thought was great. But I don't remember the blood pressure.
Still seeing it.
What if you just carved a hole in the plane and then pooped and peed out of that?
It has a bathroom, and then you just open it and it
Well,
falls.
now you're just being
I
nonsensical.
think your
Chad.
plane would have a
Yeah.
pressure problem in the future.
When you
Yeah,
fly.
I mean, it would
You
just be
potentially
like
could.
living in an
Because
RV. You'd have to
I'm
go
a pilot
empty it
now,
out and
though.
stuff. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I'm a
that's
pilot,
true.
so
Yeah,
we can't
it
have
would
a
be like
hole.
an RV.
Mm.
Well, all right, cool. We solved that problem. We solved that.
Actually, that would be amazing to just drive the plane like an RV.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
awesome.
well,
But they- no.
you could just you could go up to the terminal, get all the food or whatever you got to get from there. Go to the showers, go whatever, kill some zombies, get back on the plane, and just taxi over away.
That's right.
But they
And
did
then there's
something.
movies on the plane, right? So you're all
Last,
set.
Last Man on Earth, they did something like that. Weren't they
Did
flying
really?
this
There you
massive
go.
jet plane?
Oh, yeah, that
around
stealth bomber
in
that they
Last Man
took
on Earth? Yeah.
for no reason.
Yes.
Yeah, somebody actually watched that show.
Oh,
I-
dude. I
Yeah.
freaking love that show.
I
I'm not
watched like
seeing
the
that show.
first season, or the first couple of episodes of it.
It's
Oh,
funny in a
sorry.
really weird way.
Yeah. It
Yeah.
only got more off-putting.
Yeah, yeah.
Speaking of off-putting, man, Avatar: The Last Airbender, the live-action series came out.
Haven't watched it.
Anybody watch it? No,
Well,
I know.
it's like the first 3 or 4. It's a reasonably good adaptation from the animated. It's fine. The casting is overall pretty strong.
Mhm.
It's fun to watch. Yeah.
My problem is the writing. I feel like these kids are acting like they're 20-something-year-olds, and they're
Yeah,
not
I-
acting like
I-
kids.
Yeah, I agree. There is a lot of dialogue that's on the nose and just doesn't need to be said. And but once they told me Daniel Day Kim was in it, I was like all in. So forget about it.
Who's that?
Oh,
It's
you
the
guys are too
plane.
young.
The plane's taking
Daniel
off?
Day Kim.
Oh, yeah.
Daniel Day Kim plays the Lord of the Fire Nation, King of the Fire Nation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I didn't know he was special.
I don't know. I
I
enjoyed the
didn't know he
cartoon,
was
so
special.
I don't know why we needed to do this, but that's how I feel about most live action adaptations.
Yeah, I mean, I get that too. I would rather them have just had like another Avatar, because I know they're working on an Earthbending one after Korra, and they already released the Jake Sully Avatar bending movies, which were very strange. Like they were not lined up with the actual continuity of Avatar: The Last Airbender, so that was really strange. But yeah, they're supposed to be working on that Earthbending one. So. Also, I don't like the fact that when Aang flies, it looks like he's flying around in a bowl of spaghetti. And that bothers the crap out of me. Like, it looks like he has no bones. and I'm like, what are you
Funny.
doing? So, but other than that, like, I don't have any problems with the casting or anything. It's just, they're not goofy. Like, they're not kids.
Eh.
And that's my biggest problem, is that they're not acting like kids. I thought the whole Sokka and Suki thing was like, they're talking like adults and not just awkward teenagers. And I know this will sound weird, but I kind of miss the idea of Sokka going, well, you're a woman and you can't fight. And then she like beats his ass. And then he like bows down to her and says, please teach me your ways. Instead of, he's like, oh yeah, you're a warrior. I'm like, but that's not
Right, yeah.
Yeah, like that was the kind of the funny parts where she's like, just to show you revenge, I'm gonna put you in a dress and makeup and everything. And I thought that was really great. So yeah, I'm saying that Sokka wasn't sexist enough. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
when there aren't kids, you can't do that kind of playful nature to it, I guess, because it doesn't come across the same. So they might have made a mistake in their casting to not be able to get that across well.
Yeah. So, because I would love to say, like, do you want to go penguin sledding for me? Instead of like going, what year is it? And I'm like, oh, and then the grandmother of the water tribe actually just repeats the beginning of the Avatar cartoon.
Joe.
Joe.
That was beautiful. That was like the funniest scene. She's like, long ago, the 4 nations. And I'm like, really? We're doing this? All right.
Okay,
Cool.
Grandma.
Right. Okay, Grandma. Let's get you to bed.
The same story.
Yeah. You've told us this, Grandma. He disappeared. We got it. But other than that, like, I think it's fine. Like, I don't think it's bad or anything. I think it's fine. So
I assume we're gonna watch it at some point, but we have to finish Kitchen Nightmares first. So
oh yeah.
you know,
Priorities, man.
priorities.
Yeah, I live for that drama.
Look, if you want to watch the cringiest show ever, watch Is It Cake on Netflix.
Ah,
I hate
Yes.
every
Oh.
minute of that show.
Is that when they have objects? You have to guess if it's cake?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's cool. Like, I'm not knocking that. Like, that's awesome and that's beautiful. But man, that host needs to be smacked.
Is it?
Like,
Is that the one with Will Arnett?
maybe? Is that who that is? Because he's really annoying.
Oh, is he annoying? I usually like him, but he can
He
be
needs to be
annoying, so.
depressed, like in BoJack Horseman.
I have not seen this show. I watched so many
Oh.
videos where they're like, "Is this cake?"
No, it's the dude from SNL.
Okay, yeah, he's not funny.
But wait, is the
One of
voice
the-
actor from BoJack on that? Is that what you're saying?
No, the guy from The Soup was on it. He was really funny on it.
Oh,
He's like, my confidence of knowing that this is cake is very low at all times. And I'm like, that's fair. I like you.
Yeah, Mikey
Someone
Day.
just chimed in with Mikey Day.
Yeah, I'm not a big
He's
Mikey
the
Day
host.
fan.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
I don't know
just
who
know
it
he
is either.
sucks.
I might know him if I saw him, but I don't know his name.
I don't know him. Well, I know he's on that. That's it. That's it.
and I don't like him.
And I don't
That's
like
what my husband does
he-
when I tell him when we're watching a show, and I was like, "Who's this guy from?" And he'll go through Google and he'll go through the names, and he goes, and he'll name whatever we're watching. I was like, "Yeah, I got that."
yeah,
Oh, if he did.
that's a good one.
It's this one. It's this one.
Yeah,
He
you know
does
that
it
guy.
fine. He
He's
does
on
it
the
every time.
show.
Yeah, he does it every time.
Your husband's beautiful.
Yeah, he's hysterical. He thinks he's hysterical. Just like if you say, "Is it is tomorrow Friday?" and he'll be like, "Till midnight," like every time. I got it. So yeah, real good. Though he the best question. I'm assuming he was half joking, but he asked me. He goes, "Did you know it's a leap year?" And I go, "Yeah." And he goes, "Do they age normally?" And I was like, "Yes." I was like, do people born on that day? I'm like, "No, they're 4. They're actually 4."
I mean, technically speaking,
Right?
like this is just
I
every year.
assume that they age at the same rate as everybody else, but I really don't know. I was not born on that day. So I
Yes.
cannot be sure.
They get the special anti-aging power. Like they're
Like,
vampires.
your
They
birthday
age
doesn't
slower
show up. If you can't celebrate your birthday on the day, it does not count, and you don't age.
than God's like, you are an elf.
Interesting. Yeah. So yeah, it is leap year on Thursday, and
So
for
did-
some reason it freaks people out. I don't know why.
I gotta know. Has anybody else seen I watched anything weird over the weekend?
We did.
We did.
What did we watch, Chad?
Velocipaster.
That's the best movie ever.
That is the best fucking movie ever. Tom, have
Oh,
you seen it?
gosh.
I've seen
is
enough
awful.
to know not to watch it.
Oh my god, it's beautiful.
It is. Let me just say, like, I think Chad and I should have these watch parties. Did you know you can have a watch party on
Mhm.
Amazon? We should do this when we watch on Amazon.
Yeah.
But we were watching it, and we'll just be like, "Did you just see like what he did?" Like,
like, yeah. It's why I strongly believe Velocipaster is like, you know how indie comics you just throw anything at the wall and it's like it's art. That's what Velocipaster is. It's like
For sure.
it's art. Like Velocipaster is
okay,
art.
but out of all the confusing things that happened, the whole where raptor thing going on where he switches to become a raptor at night. What is with the end where he's like, what is her name? Carol?
yeah.
Carol? Yeah, he's like, "Oh, Carol." Like, she was like dead 4 seconds ago. What do you
Oh yeah,
mean?
Carol. I
Yeah,
forgot
oh, yeah,
about her.
Carol.
You're
And
bleeding
then
out.
yeah. So not to give the spoiler for anyone that wants to watch it.
No, I'm
But
good.
I think
We'll be okay.
I
Yeah.
think out of everything, the least believable thing in that movie is that Carol had no customers standing on the street. Like that was just, I was just like, there, nothing happened. She's like, nobody's coming, and then walked away. And I'm like, this is probably the most unrealistic thing in this movie. Not the fact that a pastor is turning into a velociraptor. No,
very
it's the lack of her sex work. That is my problem with this movie.
Yeah, it's just, first of all, like,
Hooker, doctor, lawyer, Carol. Yeah.
yeah. So she's dying. She's spitting up, red food dye, whatever she's spitting up, and she dies. So he turns into the raptor or whatever, and then goes and kills everybody in the worst suit imaginable. Like, I don't even think they showed the suit.
Not even
the
a
whole
velociraptor.
time. It was a T-Rex, really.
It's a T-Rex.
T-Rex.
And he's like hunched into it. Like he's balled up.
He was
can't even
so
fit in
into it, and then he gets struck by an arrow, so magically turns human in 4 seconds. Like bam,
Mhm.
1 second, he's human. And then he just kills everybody with his hands that didn't turn human.
Because I
And
guess
then
his
he's like,
hands
"Oh,
aren't-
Carol." And I had to think about if that was her name or not, because she just died. So what do you mean, Carol?
Oh,
And
Carol.
then it like jumps to a gynecologist office. So I thought they were going to say she was pregnant. No, they just keep saying she's fine. Oh, Carol, yeah, she's fine. She's fine. Yeah, she's fine. 4 or 5 times. She's like, then he goes on the screen. She's fine. Like,
In the beginning of the movie, they couldn't afford a car showing a car caught on fire. So all it says is video effect of car being on fire. And
Wow.
Oh my god.
that movie is very funny to sit and watch.
Yeah,
I
it was
was
funny.
highly entertained.
I thought it was
I had
funny.
never heard of this movie before, so I had to bring it up. And the IMDb. And for those of us who don't know anything about this movie, the log line is, after losing his parents, a priest travels to China where he inherits a mysterious ability that allows him to turn into a dinosaur. At first horrified by this new power, a hooker convinces him to use it to fight crime and ninjas.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
thinks of this? That's amazing.
We
It's
don't know where
art.
the ninjas came from. They just popped out of nowhere, laughed for no reason, disappeared, and then came back to fight him. Like, we don't even know where the ninjas came from. And like, they were just so random. Like, I'm assuming it's supposed to be a comedy. It's clearly not supposed to be a horror movie.
Yes.
But it's the weirdest comedy I've ever seen. The car fire, yes, is very interesting, where it's like effects here, the car on fire here, which is very interesting. And then the guy that confesses that just out of nowhere that he killed 2 people in a car for no reason whatsoever.
And then he killed a baby. It's because he stole candy from a baby and then killed the baby, so there wouldn't be a witness.
Yes,
I'm like, oh,
maybe in the pond or something.
yeah. He's like,
Yeah.
and then I didn't need any witnesses. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I
Yeah.
like the fact that his pastor, like teacher or whatever, goes, find a place where you think there is no God. And if you do, and if you find him there, your faith will be restored. And he just goes, China. I'm like, oh, I guess China doesn't have a God. So, all right then. Also, the lady he inherits the raptor claw to, she's just in a karate uniform you can get at the store. And she's like in a rice hat. Like, it's like super stereotypical.
I like how killing people was okay, but talking to the hooker was a sin.
Yes.
Not sleeping with the hooker, which was later, but talking to her was a sin.
And then it had that weird 80s montage of them sleeping together.
Yeah, that was weird.
That was really weird. And I know that sounds like, oh, you're making this up. No, I'm not.
They did that to creep you out, it sounds like.
They did. And they did it twice. They did this 80s
Yeah.
montage when he's working out and like getting close to her. And then when they're going at it. And I'm like,
And then he wakes up under newspapers.
Yeah, he comes out of, he's like in her house
Crazy.
covered in newspapers.
Yeah,
He's like, I
crazy.
was stabbed. And he comes out of the newspapers. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but then he's stabbed, and then she's like, "It's okay, let's have sex." And then he's like, I'm bleeding to death. She's like, that's okay.
That's fine.
That's sex. Yeah.
Good. I'm into that. Just
She's I've seen worse.
Yeah.
Do you want me yeah, listen, I'm a hooker and a doctor and a lawyer.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of things. Okay. Do you want me to stick my finger in it and twist it? Because I could do that too. Like, I'm open.
Yeah.
So that movie was beautiful. Like,
yeah, and then they do this interesting scene where you think she had sex with the dinosaur, which I thought would have been a better movie.
that would have been a way better movie.
Like they wake up and she's like, well, is that a one-time thing? And he's like, it has to be a one-time thing. And here's my client for my business. Hi, Jordan. As we talk about sex and violence, yes.
Speaking of the little inner stuff, has anybody seen The Great? The show, the spoof on Catherine the Great?
I have not.
Okay.
Timothy.
Well.
Get rid of him.
What?
Hey, I appreciate you letting me crash your birthday party, Corissa. And
It's unofficial birthday.
first of all, my other panel members, I want to apologize because I wanted to take this opportunity to crash the party and wish Corissa a happy birthday. We're
Aw.
grateful for everything you do, Corissa. I think you're a heck of a good friend. And I'm grateful for what you're doing.
What am I doing? Having a party?
Well, there's that. Everybody loves parties, right? But
Yes.
Especially when there's alcohol.
Yeah. I don't have any alcohol.
But
But,
Chris has
yeah.
been helpful to me a couple of times, and I appreciate it a great deal. Some of my favorite people in this room. It's nice to see you all.
Hi.
I love it. Everyone's like,
I
"Aw,
love you.
we're almost the Brady Bunch."
Bunch of rock
Hey,
stars,
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Let's see, who are we missing here, Carissa? Lori?
Lori's launching now. I told
Yeah.
everyone. I was not paying attention, so I was pledging to get my my pillow. So, thank you. I am his dog groomer. So everyone's like,
gotcha.
"What do you do for the pups?" I don't do anything bad for the pups. His dogs actually love me. I have some dogs that are like terrified to go into the van and for no reason. And then afterwards they love me and they're like, "Yay, we're clean. Let's run around and get dirty." His dogs jump right in and jump on the table, so they're always my favorite to do.
Well,
so.
I'm pleased that you got to spend your birthday with so many people that you care about, although I'm somewhat disappointed to see you right next to Chad. Did you, you lose a bet or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. We were playing musical chairs and it was mostly just don't sit next to me.
I
and
would
musical
totally
chairs.
kidnap. I would I would dog nap his pups anytime. They're awesome dogs and they're so well behaved too. So like once they jump in there and they just sit there and they're just like, okay, where are my treats? So I felt bad like for the longest time. I didn't know they liked the treats. Most dogs don't take treats in there, and then I realized they loved them. So now they get like 1,000 treats in there. So sorry.
Are you doing any kind of special activity or anything for your birthday?
This is it.
No, that's pretty special. That's pretty special.
Yeah. My
I was thinking maybe
husband's
skydiving, but this is good too.
maybe on my 99th birthday. I am not a risk taker. My biggest risk was spending all my money on comic books. So
I saw the wraparound earlier today, and it looks really nice.
Isn't that nice?
It's cool.
Yeah, that was my birthday present. So my for anyone who doesn't know, I've said it 1,000 times, so you probably blocked it out by now. But book 3 is my favorite, even though you're not allowed to have a favorite in your series. But book 3 is my favorite. It is a book I wrote 17 years ago. Obviously, I rewrote it with my co-writer when I found her. But this was my one pride and joy was book 3. It's 10 issues. It's issues 13 through 22. And I say I've been waiting forever, but obviously it's only been a year. But since I've wrote it, it feels like forever. So the official one in this series is 14, where they actually go into the zombie infested city. So I've been waiting a long time for this. I am super excited. I told him that I needed a special cover for it. So he did his first wraparound. He spent 3 days sketching it. He hasn't even inked it yet. He spent 3 days, and I got it today on my birthday. I absolutely loved it. So very happy with it.
It's packed. Like it's packed like a fantastic work of art full of stuff. It's great.
Yeah, I was very impressed by it. I love this, the stances. I was like, the more I stared at it, the more I saw.
Yeah.
It's like there's this truck that's fallen over, tipped over, whatever. There's arms coming out of the trying to reach out of the container. You've got a zombie on top and a zombie on the side, and you have a zombie with the mohawk, which is awesome, and a couple of other cool little things in there. So I absolutely loved it. I'm super excited for this issue, and I don't get to share with anyone till like November, so it sucks. I'm lucky I get to see them early and all that stuff, but I can't share it because it's like spoilers and it's like so far in advance. So but I had to share the cover because that was like I was blown away by that cover. So
it's really cool. It's really cool. I dig it. I love wraparound covers.
Yeah. He's never done one for me before. Mostly it's because I said I gave him an option. I said, they could be on the ground, but I want the zombies like bowing to them. And I was like, if you need a perspective thing or whatever, you can have them on top of a truck. And he's like, I'll just put the truck on a wraparound. I was like, no, I meant you could do either or, Nepple. And he's like, no, I'll do a wraparound. I was like, okay. So that's probably where he did it, the Return of the Living Dead. Yeah. That's actually what I pictured. I pictured a mohawk in one of them for some reason. He just read my mind, which I always appreciate when my artist reads my mind. He'll do that 99.9% of the time, and then there'll be one page where I'm like, "What the hell were you thinking?" Like I don't know what. I haven't complained in like 4 issues, but what did you do? So there's always that one curse. We have one cursed page like every like 5 issues. But I'll take it. Over all that. But yeah, I'm very happy with the. I can't wait to see it colored. Like I wish it wasn't digital. I would have loved to have that as an original art, but stupid digital world, whatever.
Yeah, everybody's switching to digital.
Yeah. Well, I do love the digital overall because I probably can afford all the original art. But this one was just so. I've never seen him pencil like that. Usually he does like a rough pencil. And then he inks it, and then it looks amazing. But he actually went through like all the penciling and all that stuff. So,
Sure.
So we're gonna do anyone that wants to show their campaign. Madeline, if you want to show your page and we got the link, right?
I got the pencil link.
I'm gonna give the stage to you guys because I actually just stopped by to say happy birthday. I'm on my way over to see Grant Lankard next to do some drawing thing.
Awesome. He's gonna be on our show 2-3 weeks, something like that.
I want to make sure
posted it back in the same thing, so that was smart.
I want to make sure I came and said happy birthday to you.
Well, thank you so much. Do you have anything you want to tell anybody where to find you or any pre-launches or anything?
I'm earthdogstudios.com, and I seem to be getting some juice lately out of my Substack. I'm Timothy Fling over on Substack. If you're inclined to follow me, that'd be great.
Tim is the best. Whoever doesn't follow Tim is not the brightest.
And we many of you I'll see shortly on the Friday night show. See you guys.
Awesome. Bye.
Look, Jessica and I have to dip out too. We got to get ready for our show.
Okay.
All right.
I have a question while we're here. You can go. You do it.
Aaron, get out of here. Shoo.
Okay, Tom, since you're here, I have a question. Critter's not new. Okay, Critter's been around a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So can you tell me, do you think that there's anything this time around that you specifically did different? Was like marketing or cons, or do you think it was because she had already been around?
No, I've thought about this. And there's no metric that we did that is any different than we've ever done. The only thing, and this is the only difference, is in the 6 months prior to when we launched the campaign, 4 to 6 months prior, we did announce that Antarctic Press was going to be reprinting the series. Mm-hmm. But again, that's just reprinting the original series from the beginning. We did get a lot of people that were sort of coming out of the woodwork, both on like the AP sites and on our own site, that they were like, oh my God, Critter. Like, I remember that like way back in the day.
Yeah.
And, you know, there was just sort of like this weird
I wondered,
like collective memory unlocked,
yes,
right?
You
I
know what I
wondered
mean?
if you
core
had
memory.
a nostalgia effect, like
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
way that that's part of why it's popping off so well now.
Yeah,
that people remember
it's the only piece of the puzzle that we can't account for. It's the only change that we did, and the thing is like the first issue of Critter's not even in stores yet, right?
Yeah.
So the thought process was once Critter's actually in stores, that might surge us upwards.
Right.
But we already got sort of this little mini pop, and so by the time we get to the next issue in April, that first issue will be in stores. The second issue will almost be around as well. So we'll see if we can, kind of keep the curve upwards. But that's the only piece of the puzzle that I have to get that sort of pop. I mean, it was already a pop anyway. Like even if we got to 15,000, which is kind of what I expected, even if we had gotten there, that still doubled what we did on the last Critter campaign, which was a number of years ago. So even if we had gotten 15, that would have been gigantic for us. But the fact that it actually went to 20, I can only assume it had something to do with just the general public consciousness having an awareness through AP.
1,500.
Yeah.
I'm like, woo!
Tom,
yeah.
Jessica and I have discussed that we wanted to pick your brain at some point. So
sure.
It's going to happen.
Yeah. Corissa, happy birthday.
Thank you guys for stopping over. Come over anytime and to our non-show, Chad's non-show.
Yes.
We appreciate you, Chad. You're a great showrunner.
I don't do anything. I get out of bed.
And he does it so well.
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, appreciate you guys coming on anytime. Thank you.
Bye, guys. See you later, Aaron.
Bye. See you next month.
Bye.
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 Okay.
Nerds.
So, all right. So I'm just gonna show her page. Where'd it go?
That was nice. We just have a pre-launch. That's all. We launch on March 19th.
March 19th. Hold on.
Yeah. So, but right now we just have the pre-launch page up.
Yeah. And I put the link in there, but I wanted to put it on here just.
Oh, thank you.
Everyone.
Nice.
I'm excited because it's I pledged it the last one, so I'm excited to pledge it this one. I've already been notified, as you can see, because that would be great if I was a liar and be like, wait. But yeah, I am there. But yeah, it's you have great campaigns and I'm excited. So March 19th, I'll have it on my calendar.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. And you're welcome to come back then if you want, or anytime to show off your campaign or talk about it whatever.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And you keep asking me about my launch page, Chris. I finally have it.
Awesome. He has it like 4 seconds before he launches.
Physically.
Yeah. So let me see. How do I go?
I literally just got the notification today. We put it in for review today, and it came in like 20 minutes ago before the show. So I was like, oh, okay. Well, we have the thing, and now Corissa can finally feel okay about what we're doing over here.
Yeah. Send me the link because
it's in the private chat.
Oh, fungal. All right, hold on.
Or do you not use the private chat?
I don't. It doesn't. It just.
I got it.
I got it. I got it.
Had said something about that. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna.
No, I for some reason when I used to have private chats, it would be like two separate things, but now it's on the side. They switched it up on me, and I don't do well with change or old things, new things. I don't do good with anything.
Listen, it's to the point where I don't understand technology anymore. Like kids these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right then. Oh, see, so Chad did it.
Yeah, so you this is an official world premiere for you. No one has seen this until right this second.
This is an exclusive on our non-show, man.
That's right. That's right.
Oh man,
it's so new. It's happening right now. Yeah. So this will launch on Thursday. We're launching it on the leap year Thursday. We'll do it Thursday night in the evening, and then there will be some stuff for people that want to get in early. We do, first 24-hour bonuses, special
I have
special
stolen
bonuses
that,
for that.
by the way.
Yeah. So
You mentioned it last time. I have stolen it. I'm getting a sticker made just for day one.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Yeah, we did. So for the first Critter campaign, or for the last Critter campaign, we did a trading card that was a mock-up of like the old Wizard magazines from back in the olden days. And people really like that. And so the first day people got those. So we're doing the same thing here. We're going to have an Iron Butterfly one with all the Wizard magazine mock-up. And then, we'll just kind of keep doing those as a set throughout the year now because people are digging on them. So, that's what we'll do.
You sound good.
Yeah.
Hell
Sounds
yeah.
good.
Yeah, I don't think I'm doing as many as you, but I think I'm doing 6 or 7. So
6 or 7 campaigns or 6 or 7
6
6
or
or
7 campaigns. I have definitely 6, but I think I want to do the 7. What the problem is that my next book, the book 3, is 10 issues. So if I don't start it now, I can't do a hardcover next year. So I may or may not do it. It depends. Everyone tells me not to do a Kickstarter in November, December. So I may not do it, or I might do a short one that's just 2 weeks, just to be able to use the cover I showed everybody. So
November's okay. December could get a little hectic, but November's fine. We ran something in November last year for the first time, and it was fine.
Yeah, I'm not.
And then even in December, I was watching people do crazy campaigns in December.
Yeah.
So I don't really think there's. I think the myth of like dodge the holidays. I think it's a myth. I think it's been proven busted because I've watched too many people now just do November, December campaigns and do really well. So I think again, it depends on your fan base. Of course, they have to be ready and engaged to dive in, but. If you decide I'm doing a December campaign, I think the only thing I would say is dodge like Christmas, right? So like launch
Mine starts on Christmas Day.
Yeah,
launch Christmas,
launch like December 1st and then end it, do like a 3-week campaign and that's it.
What I was thinking of doing.
Yeah.
That's what
my Christmas present, like, hey guys, if you want to get me anything for Christmas, back my campaign.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, that's what I should have used today as an excuse for my birthday, use my birthday.
Yeah.
But I did not, because Lori's on there. Oh, let's show Lori's for later. Shoot. I can't work my own damn computer.
So does anybody later want to explain to me the movie Dune? Because that would be wonderful.
I've never seen it.
It's boring.
The new one?
Yeah, it's boring.
Oh.
Dude, not even the 80s could save it. Like even the 80s one couldn't save it. But at least the 80s one was like so nonsensically bizarre on purpose because it was the 80s. At least it was sort of like, this is wild, man. But no, the new one I could barely pay attention to it.
I fell asleep.
I am definitely ahead. I have here's issue 9. That's next week. Here is issue 10. That's the month after. And I'm ordering 11 and 12 in 2 weeks. And 13 is getting colored now, and 14 is getting drawn starting tomorrow. So we're just a little bit ahead. It's called an obsession. So I don't know if it's called organized. It's mostly called an obsession. I got asked. I don't know what show I was on, but somebody asked me like, what happens if nobody like backs it or likes it? And I was like, I don't care. I'm gonna read them. These are for me. So because I think before I even started, I had three done. My original artist, I had the one that I lost the $5,000 on, but then I redid it. And then I just did 1 through 3. So my first campaign, technically I got $900. And then I was like, let's just do 3 more. And then like a month later, I released all 3.
I did
a little bit better. Yeah. It's not the smartest way to do it. I'm not going to lie.
But it is the way.
Yeah, it's the way. Well, somebody said, I'm so jealous. It's like, you know what? You can go into debt too. Like it's not, anyone can do this. It's super easy. Barely an inconvenience. So yeah. Let me see. Okay.
If you want, there's 2 things that you can do in this world: write comics and go into debt, or take out a student loan and go into debt.
Let me just put it this. So I've actually gone into debt 3 times, majorly debt, like $30,000 plus. I did it when I moved to Tennessee. I had two houses. I didn't even sell it. I had no job. My job was ending. So I decided, I told my husband, would you like to stay in Connecticut in a townhouse forever, or buy a house in the South? So he made the decision so that I cannot be blamed later for it. And which is, thank goodness, because every freaking summer I hear him bitch about the heat. So fortunately he can't say anything. But for that put us into debt. And then I started my own pet grooming business that put me into 60 grand debt the first year. And now obviously it's working out because it's paying for the debt of my comics. Actually, I'm actually starting to get it under control. If I hadn't lost the 9 grand and the first 2 artists, I would not have any debt because it's 9 grand. So that gives me faith that it's going okay. So, hold on, let's see. Dune would have been crazier than the 80s Dune we got. I don't know who that is. I don't know anything about Dune except for they have a cool title because no matter how you turn the book, it spells Dune, and I found that interesting. Here you go. Someone's explaining it to you. Kid relocated to the desert with his mom and gets in trouble with the locals, causing mischief in the area. Karate Kid meets Footloose. He can explain all my movies to me. That's great.
It's Karate Kid meets Tremors, JD, because there's the worms.
I don't remember Kevin Bacon dancing in Dune.
Yeah, it's Karate Kid and Tremors.
I was very insulted.
Tremors is great. Tremors is great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was so insulted that under bad movie somebody put Tremors. I was like,
that's
so
not
weird. A bad movie.
That's a great.
It's a great movie. It's a great movie.
How could you put that in bad movies? I whatever.
It's hysterical.
Yeah. Yeah, she does. She tells everybody. she'll write me in the middle of the night. I told someone to write you. Someone's gonna write you. They're starting their first Kickstarter. I was like, all right, I still don't know what I'm doing, but sure, why not? And there you go. Watch a documentary on the name that I can't say.
Jodorowsky. That's a Pokemon.
So this is Lori. She's usually on our show. She abandoned us to launch, like some people.
Jerk.
Yeah, some people. But how long is this thing? Let's see. 1 minute. Oh, this is actually we did watch. It's pretty funny. We get in trouble for the Mickey Mouse in the background, though. It's so great, these videos.
I like Lori's face, the facial expressions. It's hilarious. Nonchalantly, people get hit by cars.
I sent you the link. Hopefully, I'll notice if you click on that. I'm not very observant. So that is, she's already 62% funded. She launched like what, 40 minutes ago?
Sure. I don't know. I didn't keep track.
So I like I said, we don't spend a lot of time on people's Kickstarters because we have low attention spans. However, this is a really cool cover, and I am going to show you what I got because I already bought it. I don't have to worry about it selling out. So there's buttons, but this is it. I've talked her into this, so if I didn't buy it, that would have been pretty messed up. But this is the pillows. I have pillows too somewhere. So I ordered that. So that's what I ordered. So go order it now that I already ordered it. And here's Travis. So there.
Hey, Travis.
Hey, Travis.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. Yeah.
How are we doing?
So far so good. Survived 49 minutes on my non-show. So
I have a lot of non-shows too. So
yeah. Well, Travis has the best shows. He is amazing when he helps other indie creators. He always gets the money or he threatens death to those watching. So you got to appreciate that. Whenever I go on there, I spend more money than anything because I back everything he has. But it's awesome. And I don't know that movie. Oh, is that what the Graboids? Yeah, I was
the
like,
Graboids.
Yeah. Again, it's not a bad movie, and neither is Krull. So sorry.
I'd never seen any of those movies except Tremors.
What are you, 5? Okay, so I don't know. I shouldn't talk because I actually don't know the 2-minute ones. But Krull is one of the awesome movies. It has Liam Neeson in it. It has a Cyclops, weird sound effects, and
it has the glaive. It has the glaive.
That's where I got the shape from. I stole it from the grave. So
dumb
this is,
kids and their giant swords from anime. You don't even know the glaive is the thing.
Yes. and so the Facebook has been listening to me because I mentioned this is the Easter egg in one of the issues because I figured nobody would know the Krull. And now I'm getting all these replicas on my movie props for Krull. So somebody's listening to me.
Krull was like, we can't afford He-Man yet, so we get Krull. And I was I'm fine with it.
Yeah, but He-Man was
far
inferior.
Let me just say, okay, so I played Atari, and for the youngins, it's a game system. So there's Atari.
Thank you.
Krull was a game, and it was actually one of the best games. Not the best. I like Yar's Revenge, but it was one of the best where you had to go through the spider web in amount of time that gives you a heart attack as a child. And the music speeds up and you think you're going to die for real. And then you have to send a fireball to the monster. And that's pretty much all there is. But after you play E.T., it's like the best movie ever. Best game ever.
Did you know that there's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre Atari 2600 game?
Are you freaking kidding me?
I'm dead serious. It is horrendous and horrible and hysterical all at the same time. Yeah.
Do you watch the Angry Video Game Nerd?
No.
Oh, okay, because I think he did an episode of that one.
I love the Beastmaster, by the way. So, and I don't like
I agree with JD. Beastmaster is the true He-Man movie. Absolutely.
Yeah. It absolutely is. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I love that movie.
Wasn't it a series too? It was a TV series as well,
yes,
wasn't it?
I love it. I have it. I have the entire series. I mean, it's a guy in a long cloth, a really hot guy in a long cloth. So of course I'm going to watch that. But it was
sexist.
Really,
you're so sexist, Carissa.
I would have watched a girl in a long cloth too, man.
Yeah. They did that for you too. They had a Sheena show.
They actually did that, yeah.
Gina Lee Nolan, yeah.
I don't know that one. I remember the Hercules, and I never watched the chick. What was
Xena Warrior Princess? That was good.
That was good. I never watched it. I don't know why.
Xena Warrior Princess was way better than Hercules.
Yeah, well, that's not saying much, but yeah. I always meant to, I think I did one. I watched it. I loved it, but it wasn't something that I regularly watched. But I should rewatch it now because I watch everything after. Like I didn't watch Buffy the Vampire Slayer when it was on TV, and then years later I was like, oh look, a show, and I watched the entire thing. So I guess it just depends. The only show I ever watched that I can think of from the day one preview on for all of them, except for like the last 2 seasons because they sucked, was X-Files. That was the only show I watched from the premiere on.
So see, for me, I did the opposite. I boycotted X-Files. I was a huge Highlander fan, and I bought everything. And I looked at the X-Files shelf of what you could buy, and I was like, nope, I cannot afford to watch that show. That is not in my budget. Swords that I was buying, and like, no, X-Files had too much merch.
I had no interest in it whatsoever because I don't actually like alien shows or movies. I know that sounds really ironic because X-Files is one of my favorite movies. I didn't like it. I like supernatural stuff, but aliens is whatever, not my thing. But then there was this one scene. I don't know what it was. It only takes 4 seconds of my time to get me to watch something. Just like Resident Evil 2, the 4 seconds of the alligator coming out of the sewer was all I needed to buy a PlayStation. So it doesn't take much. But then I watched the opening and I loved it. But as soon as Mulder left, it was just like, why are you doing this? I mean, yeah. I don't know why they did that. I mean, I don't know. He probably went to go do porn or something. He did something.
What?
He
He did Evolution.
He just left to do movies. He
He
started
did,
doing
but
movies.
all he did was Evolution, which, by the way, is my guilty pleasure. I don't know if it's considered a bad movie or not.
Oh, he did California, which is a great movie. He was
I did not see that one.
Californication, yeah.
Yeah, Californication,
Yeah.
Was that
No,
a
well,
show or
that was a
movie?
TV show.
That was a TV show.
Californication was a TV show.
Yeah.
He did a movie
That's
called
true,
California with a K. Had Brad Pitt in it too, where he
Yes.
was
Yes.
wandering around taking pictures of like murder sites and stuff. It was a weird,
that's right.
creepy
Yeah.
thing. He was in the Zoolander, not Zoolander. Yeah, Zoolander. He was in Zoolander. He had a quick scene. He was
Never
the hand
saw
model in that. So he's been in a lot of stuff. Yeah. He didn't become like a huge movie star, but he did a lot of stuff.
All I remember is Evolution, and I liked it more than I probably should have.
I like Zoolander. I think that's a great movie.
I never seen Zoolander.
It's
Oh,
fun.
Oh,
It was
Zoolander's
fun.
fun. Yeah.
A School for Ants.
Zoolander's very fun. Don't watch the second one, but watch the
No.
Is it
first one.
cringy
The first
though? I
one's
don't
fun.
do good with cringy. Like
I
Dumb and
mean-
Dumber is like my husband's favorite movie, and it's very cringy to me.
If you struggle with Dumb and Dumber, you'll struggle with Zoolander.
Okay, then.
Oh,
Because it's in the same vein. It's not the same, but it's in the same vein of oddity like that.
Well, Zoolander, they're more like overly dramatic. I feel like, or they're upselling the model career. In Dumber and Dumber, they're just dumb.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
That's true. Yes.
like
So
they're
it's really weird because I didn't know that I had this weird thing. So I couldn't go to plays and stuff because if they do something really embarrassing on the stage, I can't look at it for whatever reason. I don't know why. It has nothing to do with me. And then I found out years later that my father is the same way. He cannot watch really cringy stuff. I don't know why. I don't even get along with my father. So out of all the things we have in common, that's a weird one. That and we point with our middle finger. So I don't know where those two correlate. That's all I got from my dad. That's the two skills I got from my dad is can't look at cringy stuff.
Is it, comedy stuff is different for everybody. Everybody's got a different sense. Like I know people that just don't get at all stuff like Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah, I'm right there.
I watch that and I'm like, it's not laugh out loud funny, but it's sort of like Carissa's talking about. It's sort of like a little cringe funny. And I'm just like, this is in my brain. I'm like, this is terrible, but I'm all 100% in. And so, you just, sometimes with comedy, you just have to kind of give something a shot and it either works or it doesn't.
Yeah,
I'm a Monty Python comedy guy.
Oh, and I can't stand Monty Python.
Okay.
I can't
We're
do
the
Monty
opposite
Python.
on that.
I like the movie. I didn't really get into the show. But when it came to like I hear this a lot though, so I don't feel too bad. But like The Office, I cannot watch what is it? Scott's Tots. I cannot watch that.
Scott's Tots is a hard episode.
I cannot watch it at all.
I love how you went right to that one because
Yeah.
I have to skip that one too. I'm like, I can't.
I
watch it.
have to skip it.
That's
I mean,
hysterical.
he does one or two little things that make me kind of cringe and turn away, but that I cannot watch that. I just skip it. I just have to skip it.
That's funny.
So yeah, that is very cringy to me. Generally I can get through some things. I mean, when it comes to like horror movies, I can watch guts being pulled out. I can watch eyeballs being ripped out, but though I do have certain things with eyes. But if you break somebody's finger, I cringe all the way. Like I cannot stand. Actually, if they just crack their knuckles, I cringe. So really, it doesn't take much. But man, you gut somebody on screen. I'm like, that's awesome. So
you probably shouldn't watch Casino then. At the beginning of Casino, they take a mallet to a guy's hand and they're just like whack, whack, whack. Yeah.
Yeah, no. I cannot watch that.
Yeah, my daughter just actually walked by and she's like, "How dare she say she doesn't like Scott Tots?" So my daughter,
it is
worried
not
about offending her. You know?
Yeah, it's not just don't like it. It's that I would burn it with fire. Like I just don't want to. I just don't even like knowing it exists. Like it gives me nightmares just knowing that it's out there in the world and it can be seen by other people. So yeah, no, I can't watch it.
The only cringe bad for me is Freddy Got Fingered. I could not stand that movie. Like I just couldn't.
I don't think I got through that movie.
Yeah,
I don't think that was something I got through. No.
And I don't like poop in Jackass. I can handle throw up, but you get to poop, I'm done.
Oh, I don't even care for Jackass.
Yeah, I can deal with Jackass. It's funny, but you get me to poop, and that's the only time I'll look away.
After a while, I mean, there's some things that are funny in Jackass, but it's like there's only so much time I can watch somebody hurt themselves over and over again.
Yeah, that was my thing with Jackass. It's like I think this is funny for like 9 minutes, and
Yeah.
then I feel like we've seen all of Jackass.
Right. Exactly. Like
yeah. Well, now
and you can
can
go
just
do
watch
it in your own
YouTube
backyard too. Like you don't have to watch the movie. You can go do it.
I'm in the South. I could just walk down my road and I can see it live, action and everything. So I'm good to just watch down my road. So, yeah, no, I never really watched Jackass. I mean, I've seen some of it. So, I could not watch. What's the guy with the accent that goes from, he goes and I think I don't think it's real. He's got the mustache and he wears like the.
What?
Yeah, him. So I can't really watch him.
Oh, Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What happened?
Where did you say Bo
Sacha
Rat?
Baron Cohen is
Yeah,
the
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Actor.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's not really. I mean, that's not really how he talks, right?
No.
Yeah, I didn't.
No,
I've never seen him in anything or heard him talk, but I just
watch him in Hugo. Like he's a totally different person in Hugo. Like you watch Borat and then you watch Hugo. Like he's totally different. He's a good actor though. Like
people thought that was him, right? Was it filmed like reality or was it all staged?
Yeah, it was filmed like reality TV, basically.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, and that's all of his characters are like that. He has Bruno, and he's got the guy who's like a rapper dude, and he does interviews and stuff. So yeah, everything that he does is like sort of gotcha, like what did they used to call it? Candid camera stuff. You know, he'll just do it, and then you get the reaction.
Yeah.
Well, with all of this, I'm going to head out and have dinner. So I wish you a very happy birthday, Corissa. And I guess nice officially meeting Chad and Tom.
You too.
Hey.
We see each other on social media. Travis and I, we've known each other for a long time.
I just got Baltimore official. Are you coming back to Baltimore?
No. I'm looking to possibly maybe do Grand Rapids or Fan Expo Dallas this year.
I meant to mention
I like to move around.
I went to Grand Rapids and it was I've been to Grand Rapids before, not doing it, just walking around, and I've heard it's a pretty good show doing it. So
yeah, my publisher Source Point is in Michigan, and so it's I figured I have not done the Midwest before. So yeah, I do try to bounce around and get out of California somewhere at least once or twice a year. If not to see to actually meet backers of the Kickstarters, because normally I wouldn't. So it's that was one of the best things about Baltimore was meeting a lot of Kickstarter backers, which normally I wouldn't have met. So that was great. And then actually physically meeting you for the first time and seeing JD and Tim. There was a bunch of people I met for the first time when I did Baltimore. So it's a great networking con.
Yeah, it's good.
But anyway, you guys go ahead.
I said I want to go to Grand Rapids too. I have a huge, when I look at my backer list, Michigan, I do really well. Michigan really likes me. Part of it's because I know Tom was just here this weekend. A lot of the people at Comic Signal back me. They're all my friends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure. Did you meet Todd over the weekend, Tom?
Todd who?
Todd and Nick. Todd Reed and Nick Knowles, and with the Comic Signal when you went to signing.
I don't. There was Jason Stutz was across from me. I met
no.
him.
These are employees. The
employees. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Yes, of course. Yeah. I was like, that doesn't sound like guests that I knew who were there. Okay.
No. They're employees. So I have a lot of fans with them. So I will go out to Midwest with you at some point.
Yeah. No, it should be fun. Something different. Anyway, everyone have a great evening. Go eat cake, Corissa. You must.
Thank you.
You must. We'll talk later.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
I did do Fanboy last year in Knoxville. However, I had absolutely positively no service, nothing. And I'm terrified of doing that again because I literally could not use my credit card machine. So I'm not sure I'm going to be doing that one again, but I'm definitely going because Michael Rooker is there. And when I went to Atlanta 2 weeks ago, I was stuck in Robert England lines for 4 hours and did not get to do Michael Rooker. So, but yeah.
Did I ever tell you, Krista, that I did a press release with Michael Rooker?
You did not.
Yeah, so I was in. Did a press conference, and I was one of the guys that was in there doing like the interview thing, and just recording it and all that. And Michael Rooker came in hungover with sunglasses on and said, "Listen, I went to the bar and I drank a lot, so please keep your questions the least complicated ever." And it was awesome.
I think we should start every show like that.
Somebody asked him, who would win in a fight, Yondu or Daryl? And he goes, really, that's your question? You're like, I mean, it's like, and he whistled and he was like, there's your answer. Like, it was really great. He was actually a really fun guy. So he wasn't being weird, rude about it. He was just having fun. So he's a good guy. He's a good guy.
That's good. I like, yeah. I don't know. My husband, who I obviously love dearly, he was not prepared for the line that I would have to be in for Robert Englund. He is not a comic book person at all. He shouldn't even have been there, to be honest with you.
He gets lines though.
No, well, okay. So it wasn't all right. Let me be clear. Okay, it wasn't that the line was long. It's that guy talks 10 minutes to each person, and I was in the so the last three of us, we bonded because, in case you couldn't tell, I pretty much talk nonstop. It doesn't really matter if someone's listening or not. So I made friends with everyone on the line. We were together for 4 hours. We all bonded. I knew almost all their life stories. But there was times where the line did not move for 20 to 30 minutes. Like, we did not move at all. So when it came to like 3.5 hours, the two people behind me who I've been bonding with, and I'm surprised aren't invited to any of their weddings or anything, we just they're like, we're going to leave. And I'm like, no, because they kept telling us, you're not going to make it. He's got to go to lunch. You're not going to make it. And I said, you can't leave. And they said, why? I was like, 2 reasons. One, it doesn't help me at all if you leave because you're behind me. So that doesn't help me at all if you leave. And 2, I swear to you that if I get this signature, I'm going to walk past you and show you. So you have to stay and get your damn signature. So they did. And we were the last ones to get the signature. They were super excited. But one of the best stories in the whole thing, which I said has to be done. There was a guy who waited, I got to do math in my head, 9 hours last con, and he didn't get it. So it's like 9 hours and he was ahead of us. And I said, I will be okay. I'd be mad if I don't get my signature, but if he gets the signature, I will feel somewhat better. And he did. And then we all cheered and I made everyone cheer. So it was really fun. He's super nice. He hugged my book. He did not believe I wrote it. And I was like, yeah, I don't much believe I wrote it either. He signed my Easter egg because he's an Easter egg. His sweater is in issue 3. But he said he was going to read it. But the only thing that pissed me off after 4 hours and them telling us you probably won't get it. They're like, there's no personalization for The Last of Us. Not the show, but us personally. And they were like, there's no time. And I was like, bitch, if you had done that in the beginning, I would have been gone like 2 hours ago. But yeah, he is super nice. So I was super excited. But this whole time, the whole point of this, to make an incredibly short story long, my husband was waiting 4 hours for me. And I told him to go on other lines and get other autographs. And he's like, I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait in lines. It's like, bitch, you're going to be waiting 4 hours either way. You're either standing in the corner for 4 hours or you will get a signature. But no, he did not. So that was the only signature I got that day. So worth it, though.
I got CM Punk's signature.
You got
that
whose?
was CM Punk.
I have no idea who that is.
He's a wrestler. He
I
also
only know the
wrote,
wrestlers from the 80s, and there's like 5 of them.
he also wrote Drax. Wrote Drax. He was not pleasant to meet. He was very he just looked down, signed the stuff, and I wanted to ask him about Drax, and I wanted him to sign it. He's like, no. And then he just signed his photograph and then asked for the money and then kicked me out. And I was
CM Punk is like the Rob Liefeld of wrestling.
Like, sort of, yeah.
I will say, waiting in line.
He doesn't know how to draw feet either. That's just a weird thing that you know about CM Punk.
Well, CM Punk always sits down on his feet, so you never see his feet. So again, one more thing. Yeah.
He just was not. Yeah, he wasn't great. The one guy though that was really nice to me was the guy who played Deadshot in Agents of yeah, no, not Deadshot. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Deathlock. An Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. He was wonderful to talk to. He talked to me for like, there was nobody really in his line, but he talked to me for like a good 20 minutes.
It's nice when
talking about
you're
the
like,
show,
you feel
so.
better. Like, I would say the best signatures I gotten was Jared from Supernatural, because he was like 4 hours late because we had a tornado warning. So we were all stuck in the basement. And I was so mad. I thought that it was going to be like a 4-second thing, because this poor guy is like 4 hours into the night. And they kept telling everyone, you got to leave and come back tomorrow. But it was the only day we were there. And he still talked. We kept trying to get away from him. Not that we wanted to, but because people behind us have been waiting 4 hours. So we felt, but he talked, he took the book. He was super gracious taking it. So to meet somebody that's kind of a dick, like my husband got his photo with, who's the guy in Jurassic Park,
I just heard hi, and I'm like, I wasn't looking at the screen anyway.
Robert Ingram's signature, if you talk about my story. Freddy Krueger. But I pledged on your Kickstarter, and I showed the page.
Oh, thank you.
Hold on.
I sang you happy birthday live on my stream.
Thank you. That's Neil. Was it Nedry? Is that his name? Nedry, the big guy. There's a guy in Jurassic Park that causes all the issues.
The one that's like
Nedry, yeah.
Nedry. Who's like,
So my husband got his picture with him because he absolutely loves Jurassic Park, and he said he was okay, but like he didn't want to be there at all. He was just like, take the picture and go. So that's like, so I mean, you pay all this money, and then to not even, you're an actor, fake being happy. Like, I don't know. Newman, Wayne Knight. That's it. Thank you.
Newman.
Yeah, Wayne Knight. Yeah. Now I met Daryl, Norman Reedus from, and now that was 60 seconds, and it was still enough to be happy. The only thing that was weird was he shook everybody's hand, but only said his name to me. Like, I wouldn't know. I wanted to be like, I spent $150 in this ticket. I know your name. But I was like, yeah, I'm Corissa. Nice to meet you. So I don't know why he said his name. But he was super nice, and he took the hardcover too. And he's like, I'm totally going to read it. And I was like, it's fine if you don't, but I appreciate you taking it. So, but yeah, you don't have to talk. So as much as I appreciated Robert Englund talking for 10 minutes, I did not appreciate it while I was in line. So I was just exhausting. I mean, I thought it was like 50 people. It should have been like a 50-minute thing, but no, 4 hours later. So, but I was too tired to do anything else. So, hi, Lori. Thank you for gracing us with your beautiful presence.
Oh, stop. I wanted to make sure I came and said happy birthday, because Corissa and I had this great idea to launch projects, and we didn't even realize I was launching on her birthday and she's launching the day before mine.
Yeah.
So it just turned out that way. And I was like, I don't want to miss your stream. It's your birthday. I want to hang out with you, but I had to go do my thing.
By the way, I got my pillow. I showed everybody the pillow.
Oh, I want to see.
I'll show. No, show your pillow.
Oh yeah, the pillow that I'm making for Big James. That one.
Yeah. So I showed everyone the pillow.
Chris's fault. Sorry.
Yeah, I already warned everybody that this is my fault, and that's why I had to make sure I got it. And then I told everyone that they can now go buy it because I got mine. I wasn't going to share it until I made sure I had my Big James.
I was like,
pillow.
there's only so many of those I bought, so go get them.
Yeah, I never saw this before, but when you pledged on a limited edition, did you do this or is it automatic now? It gave me 15 minutes.
Oh,
like it's timed. I've never seen that before. Did any of you see that?
I haven't seen that. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, when it said you are pledging on a limited quantity item, so you have 15 minutes, and then it started counting down. I was like, the pressure. I was like, I didn't even need to know. I didn't need that much time to press go.
Oh my gosh, there's only one left of those.
Oh yeah. See, it took you long enough to listen to me to get to sell those. You're like,
Well, I have them on 2 different rewards. One is that just the trade and the pillow by itself, and the other one's like the big package. It has everything. So it has one of those, but it also has like the buttons, the glasses, the everything. So that one's obviously more expensive. So one of those is gone, and then 4 of the individual and the trade are already gone. So dang, they're half gone.
Told you. I have my pillows. I do have my pillows, but I don't know what I do with them. I have this one. I haven't posted it yet. I probably should. And look, I got my daggers. So
Yeah, those are cool, man.
I might. I
want
already
a
have
sharp one so I can stab people.
I
with
know.
it.
Well, I talked to this chick at the Supernatural convention that makes like the real sword replicas. So
Yeah.
it'll probably cost me like a car, but I will eventually probably do that. Yeah, probably a car. I have this pillow. Where the hell is my? I have my I don't know, my Hellhound pillow is somewhere. I don't know where right now, but it's somewhere.
By the way, hi Tom, hi Travis. How are you guys? Doing all right?
I'm good.
Doing okay for a Monday?
It's
I had
Monday.
a show, and then I had show promote selling my shit, and then I was like, "It's Chris's birthday. I have to go. Like, stop talking."
Yeah,
So
I mean, me too. That's what I did. I'm like, I'm done
show.
with this thing, and now I can go say happy birthday.
Aw, Travis spoils me. I really appreciate, and I'm hopefully gonna meet you in person when you do a book signing or whatever in Florida. Anubis pillow,
Life-size Anubis pillow, like a
not
white
life-size, but I do have
pillows.
I have a 3-foot one. It's somebody's life size.
Tom,
so
you should do the waifu pillows of like the critter characters. People would get those.
Yeah, people would get those.
That's why we're not doing those. We draw
You're like,
the
ew,
line.
gross.
We draw the line in the sand here, Lori.
Tom, DC drew the line at $2.99, and that's been a long time ago. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I get a little worried about some of the things that people have asked me of Serafina, but
yeah. My lady characters are coming. There's one in issue 4, but as we keep going, there's another one that's like a big one. So I'm sure. I think it was like Doc on the Madness who's like, "Where's your smut?" And I was just like, "Well, dang."
Every time I see I like get the idea, I was like, all right, maybe I can do one, and then I look at someone else's campaign and like a comment. So in the background there should be nude because there's monitors, but it's only in the front. Like, why is it not in the back? I was like, I do not want to answer that question, and that would make me angry. So I can't do it. I just can't. Like, I just don't. Like, how big are the nips? I need to know. Like, what kind? Can I show you a chart of what they could possibly look like so you can let me know? Because the black line doesn't tell me, and I have a certain fetish. Like, I don't want. I can't.
I got in a fight. I got in a fight with one creator at Fanboy, actually, who was yelling at me that I had no nude covers, and I said Serafina doesn't get nude. It's not a nude comic. There's no nudity in it. Yeah. Thank you. And yeah.
Right. But that's what we were both thinking about everything that Travis just said.
Yeah, so he's like, you need that's what sells. And I was like, that's not what I'm selling. So that's not what I'm gonna do. But he was mad. Like, it wasn't like like, oh, okay, don't, whatever. He's like, what the fuck? He's like yelling at me. Like, it's like, I'm like, dude, it's not a nudity book. It is not. That's not what's in the book. It's
Isn't
not.
it kind of like what do they call it? Like false advertising if you just
Exactly. I think it's false advertising. I mean, I said that to, that's why I had the one Rich did the free topless
the naughty and nice
vampire.
one.
I couldn't even put it on my page. I had it in the secret. I think there's 2 issues left, and I'm just like, I bought 10 and that was it. I was like, I'll just buy these. But yeah, I don't have it. To me, it's false advertising. So I'm not. He sounds.
See, I'm the worst. I even have a comic that actually has some in it, and I still don't have covers because that's not what I want to sell the book. That's not. I don't want someone to buy it for that. Like, if they bought it for that, I messed up what I was trying to tell.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, if it was in the book, then obviously have it on the cover. But it's not. It's not. If that's what's in your story, then yeah, sell it. But mine's not. It is false advertising. Mine has no nudity whatsoever. She was in the shower for some reason in one scene, but she was covered up by steam.
yeah.
And yeah. I don't know why I had a shower scene. It was in the I wrote it in the novel.
Jude's gonna have a appropriately placed steam shower. I think that would be
somebody was mad at me.
Moving it out. Serafina and Jude, pick one for me.
Yeah. Someone was upset with me because Serafina was in the shower and Draven came out of the shower but he wasn't in the shower. I guess she didn't see anything in the shower. Like, what? They're like, how come Serafina was in the shower, but you only see Draven after the shower? I was like, I don't know. I didn't draw it. I was like, I don't know.
You're like, it's not my fault.
Just make your grossest character have a shower scene.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
You'd be like, the salamander is now in the shower.
Yeah. I'm gonna have my goblin shark character step
put the
out
salamander in the shower. Have Seraphina open the door and be like, oh, this one's occupied, and close it.
But then they're like, well, wait, am I into this? No, I'm not into this. All right, moving on.
Yeah. No, I don't. Yeah, I have one more shower scene, but they're not in the shower together, but they do come out in towels together. So, she makes some rude comment or some weird comment about, were you in the shower with me to see me naked or to make sure I didn't get hurt? Because they just came out of like the zombie infested city, and he's like, both. That's the sexiest my book gets. So them wearing towels.
I like the fact that she keeps changing into nurse outfits, and you're like, why is that okay?
Well, it's that whole thing stemmed from the fact that my artist has the most horrible memory ever, and she had a wound in her shirt, and he kept forgetting to draw it, and we had to keep going back and fixing it. So I said, that's it. I'm changing her shirt so that he doesn't have to worry about it. So while I'm thinking of, she's in an insane asylum, what the hell shirt is she going to wear? As much as it's not a sexy book, I cannot have her in a straitjacket or a scrub top. So I was like, what would be there? So I'm thinking about, all right, so let's say a t-shirt, whatever. She changes her t-shirt. Then I'm trying to, this is how complicated my life is for no reason whatsoever. What color shirt would she find in an asylum? I'm not giving her an orange shirt. She can't magically have the same shirt she had before. So I was like, fuck it. She's putting on a nurse outfit because that's what would be in an asylum. So, and then in the new one, in the one that you saw for, 13, she's in the hospital. So the only clothes she could wear is the nurse outfit. So yes, she's in the nurse outfit again. I'm contemplating whether she will switch into jeans or not. But I do like her in the nurse outfit. So yeah.
I think the running gag of always getting stuck wearing a nurse outfit is funny for a book.
Yeah.
Every trade, she accidentally has to get into a nurse outfit. She doesn't like him, but she just has to happen.
She literally, she's holding it up. She goes, why is it always a nurse outfit? Like, she's like, why? So she says it in this book, like, why is it always a nurse outfit? And I should have Draven say some snide remark like, I've hid them there or something. I don't know, something stupid.
He's like, I'm not complaining.
Yeah. Like, he made a snide comment when she was like, he said, why are you wearing the hat? And he goes, I get the nurse outfit, but why are you wearing the nurse hat? And she's like, it completes the outfit. Like, it's just like, okay. And he's like, it's not really fighting attire. And she's like, better than a towel. And he's like, depends who you ask. So I was like, yeah, I guess I could have had her in a towel the whole time.
My friends, I have to go. I have to put the chillins to bed. But I
Thanks
just wanted to come in and say hi to everybody and wish Corissa a happy birthday.
Thank you. Congratulations on your launch.
Thanks.
I will put you in my updates.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm going to go. Let's see.
3 days left, so I'll make sure you get it. So.
Thank you. It's already I didn't even look. I clicked off of it because apparently I click pushing all the buttons. So 1462. It's a good year.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
Mwah. Love you all. See you tomorrow.
See ya.
Bye.
How come you can't see her out? Yeah. I see. That's the thing. Like, the memory thing kind of gets me because she would get hurt so much more if my artist would remember them all. She has no nurse hat in the next book because my artist kept forgetting it and I didn't want to have to keep remembering it. So she doesn't have a hat anymore. But it is a sexier, not sexy, but it's sexier because it's more. The first one was an asylum and it was not 1950. So she had to have this, non-sexy one. So this one's a tiny bit more modern. But I had a candy striper. Yeah, pretty much. I had to make sure these actually existed though, because I try to look up all like the facts. So I was like, what year did these nurse outfits end? Or am I just putting her in some slutty outfit because of reasons? But they stopped doing it in, I already forgot, 87 or something, or 92, something like that. And the year was fine. So I was like, all right, it worked out. So yeah, that's true.
It is true. I will, as a pervert, I will definitely. You know what? Never mind. We're not talking about my life.
Aww.
Anyway, I actually also have to run. I know. Usually I stay until the end, but my puppy is kind of sick.
That's okay.
So,
we should probably
end
it anyway. Do you want to do the whole spiel where you say when are your pre-launches coming up and your fish stories and stuff?
Oh, right now?
Or not?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I could do that. So you can actually follow me on. Okay, fine. You can follow me on Twitter at Casual Nerd Chat, or also Facebook, where I'm doing my current updates, showing updates for my Nux book that should be out in the summer for Kickstarter. Set the Hook, which is about a revenge story about a man who's very angry at a fish. You can also check out Blue Lullaby on MarcosiEnterprises.com. The trade paperback is currently out, so you can go check that out as well. So, yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, and then, of course, right here at 8.
Yes, you forgot about your own non-show. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, the non-show.
Well, you're not here. No, you are here next week.
Next week, but not the week after, and then the week after that. I
don't announce guests because in case they don't come on, but Carl Molina is supposed to be on next Monday. He's the artist from the Buffy comics. He did one of my covers, so he's going to stop by and talk about it.
Yeah.
He was going to stop by for last week, and then he's like, why don't I just come on when my cover's there? And I was like, that makes more sense. We are not launching on my show, our non-show next week, because I don't like wondering if it's ever going to get a pledge or not, but 2 hours before, so 6 p.m. Eastern next Monday, my Kickstarter is launching, and hopefully somebody will pledge. Travis will pledge and Chad will pledge. So I got 2 pledges. And my mom pledged. She doesn't read them, but she pledges. So I'll have 3 pledges.
Where's my plushie?
It's pre-ordered and it's on its way actually. So I'm actually hoping it'll be here. It's supposed to be here by the end of the campaign, so hopefully I could ship it with your next campaign.
I need a snuggle thing. I need my safe.
Which axe did you get? You didn't get the 3D, did you? Because you have to take it off before you snuggle.
Well, I mean, I like to live dangerously. Anything's a butt plug if you're,
So that's 5 people that I know will pledge. So my husband offered once during my first campaign. I was like, it's not going to help me, but thank you. So, well, thanks, Chad and Tom. Do you want to say where you are? Because you're launching soon.
Yeah, Thursday. We're the February 29th. We're launching on the leap year. We'll be doing it Thursday night since it's a weird. Normally we do it on Saturdays, but since we're launching it on Thursday, we'll do it Thursday night. We'll have the first 24 hours bonus items for everybody that backs the first 24 hours. The link is in the chat here. You guys can find it. But I'll be posting it now that it's official. I'll be posting the pre-launch page starting tonight, so you can find it and follow along.
Awesome. And then this is Travis's, who's live now, and I already doesn't have okay. Like doesn't say personal information. No, it says manager pledge. I have already pledged. So for anyone that has not pledged, obviously, go pledge. Hold on.
Yes, I'm live right now. Voodoo Nations 1 through 4. It's live for another 3 days. Pretty cool book. It's been around for a little bit, so check it out if you like voodoo, supernatural stuff, Grim Reapers, angels. Very similar to your book, actually. It's got a lot of same kind of
like mine, but better.
I don't know about that. It's good. It's about two missionaries that go to Brazil, meet up with the evil voodoo priest, kind of mess up their world, mess up their marriage. They try to run from it, and as they go around the world, voodoo keeps following them from New Orleans to Brazil. Then they meet up with the angels and Grim Reapers, all sorts of cool stuff.
Awesome. And look what's there. That's mine.
Yes. One of your stretch goals was giving a digital of yours. Yeah.
Awesome. awesome. And ooh, that is a nice. I don't bother looking at Travis's page. I just pledge.
Just give it money.
I just give it money and wait for goodies to come. But yeah, this is
yeah, I think of any of my books, this would be the one that I would recommend. Like, I know you back a lot of my books, but this would be the one that I think is the closest to your taste.
Awesome. Oh, that is gorgeous right there. I love that. Yeah. Maybe I should probably look at what the rewards are and stuff.
Yeah, I think out of all my books, this is the closest to the stuff that I know that you like that I think would be in your vein.
Awesome. I'll go back and check all that. And the launch.
I'm also launching again on Monday with a new book, so as well. So
you're launching on Monday too?
Yep.
Yeah, me too.
Orange Judas, the trade will be out on Monday. So.
Awesome. What am I? 9. I don't even know who I'm on anymore. Yeah, mine. I guess I'll show mine because.
Did it say plushies? Did I say it's only plushies?
No, it's not. It's so. I originally did a link for Anubis, but then everyone asked me to do Anubis sooner. So I just used, everyone had already added on that the pre-launch, so I just changed it. But now it says plushies forever. So no, it is issue 9. So
issue 9, and then all your plushies, because you're trying to infect the Kickstarter community where we're no longer selling comics, we just sell plushies.
Yes. Yes. that is accurate. It's not my fault that everyone copied me.
I got to teach you. So I'm always teaching you something.
Yes.
See here. See how you posted. So
yeah.
Facebook, by the way, will automatically, if you're going to use StreamYard, will automatically make it so it is not the default. So you got to go to Facebook, change your preferences to public. Just share it to all of them.
Public. I did, but it always goes through YouTube. I don't know why.
Well, it'll do both if you change it to public. You must not have changed it. Like, I know that you probably set it up that way. But for some reason, StreamYard doesn't. So when you're live, you've got to go to that post on Facebook and then change it to public.
Damn it.
Just that's, when I do those timers and stuff on my show, that's why I do it. It's not because I need a timer, because we're just talking about stuff, and so I can fix it.
Oh wait, you do it every time?
Yeah, every time.
Oh,
every time I gotta go to my thing and then click public.
Oh, okay.
It's no big deal. I'm not asking you for doing it.
No, I didn't know. I thought I did it. It told me to do it once because I couldn't see comments. Right. And I was freaking out because I couldn't see and they wouldn't show up. So it says you have to go change it to public. So I went to go change it to public and then I never did it again, but comments are always here. So
yeah, if you make it public, you'll get all the comments. You'll see Facebook, you'll see YouTube, you'll see wherever you are.
But I do see, it's like here is
right. But if you want to share it out, like go do it real quick. Go to Facebook real quick.
Okay.
Go to your post this video. I know we're leaving, but if you go to it real quick,
I know where to go.
Go to your Facebook. Just your Facebook. Hit your face.
Yeah. Hit my face.
Yeah, hit your face.
Yeah. And then what?
And then scroll to your live, wherever you are live. Oh. So when you find the video, then the 3 buttons to the right. You'll see it. It's private. You've got to turn it to public for whatever reason.
Edit post?
No, just the 3 buttons to the top.
That's what I did. I did 3 buttons and it doesn't, it just says, wait, Sure. Will it work if I do?
Yeah, you're sharing. You're not sharing anything private. So you should be fine. I'll share it real quick.
Okay. So this is, ouch.
No, right. See the 3 buttons up top right there.
Yeah.
Now go edit audience.
Oh.
See?
Public.
Oh, public.
See? It doesn't like me. That's a shame.
So what's the problem?
It's not. It only
sharing her stuff on Facebook.
Yeah, and I don't have any subscribers. So.
What do you mean it's not sharing?
It don't like you see
sharing when she does her share link through the comments. Yeah. It only goes on YouTube. It doesn't go on Facebook for whatever reason.
I can see her on Facebook.
Right, you can see it on Facebook, but it doesn't share the link to the. See all of her comments. Most of the people watching her stuff is on Facebook.
Yeah.
So you want it to go to both.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know why it's not doing that. Weird. I got no answer for you. That's how you fix it. So
bummer. And thank you. So mine is in pre-launch. I'm at 136 pre-launches, which is the 6th most that I've ever had. So it's the little wins that I'll take. And just search Worthy Chaos, and then you see
I just shared it to Facebook for you, so they can click it.
Oh, thank you. Cool. I appreciate that. Yeah. And I panic every single Kickstarter, and the better my last Kickstarter did, the more I panic the next Kickstarter. So I don't know why.
She's never had
well, my last one did 5,000, so now my worry is that I won't even do 3,000, and then I'll look really bad. So that's my next worry. There you go. Thank you. There you go. See, he could share on his Facebook.
And then yours is on the other one. You click that. It's yours.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll have to figure out something. Maybe it's no. See, but it says. Oh wait, no, it won't let me change it. So you can't see what I'm. Why can't you see what I'm pointing at? But I have a little thing here that says all, and it says all, but it won't let me select anything but YouTube. I don't know why. That's weird. I don't know. And supposedly I'm streaming through Twitter, but I don't know if it really is because I've never done it.
It is. I did see Twitter, so I saw your thing. But you can't get comments on Twitter, so it's not useful.
Oh, well, I don't know. Yeah, that would explain what I'm saying.
Right.
I never did it before.
You're there, but nobody. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, you can't leave comments. Oh well, hold on. Maybe you can. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. I'll post. I'm on Twitter.
There it is. Yeah, it came on. I see it.
Oh, yeah. Just look at that.
I corrected.
Awesome. Yeah, I don't know how anything works. Travis usually tells me what to do. Otherwise, I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm lucky I got this far. I don't know how they say fake it till you make it, and it worked for pet grooming, so I figure it'll work for comics eventually. But yeah, I haven't.
The same thing.
Huh?
Pet grooming and comics are basically the same thing. So
I figured they were the same thing. Yeah.
They both involve wrangling cats for sure.
Yeah. I actually have more cats now than dogs. I've been doing. I don't know why. I'm the only one that does cats because nobody else is brave enough to. This could be a really dirty joke, but no one else is brave enough to shave the cats. So, right. But I charge a ton because I don't want to do it. So I charge like $150 and it takes me 20 minutes. So, but I've been doing them. Every other groomer quit. There was 4 other groomers that did cats and they all quit. So now I have a ton of cats. But man, you work for 1 hour and you make money. So every time I do an animal, it goes by how many pages it pays for. This one's just a simple bath that pays for a page. And this is a big one. I got 2 pages from this one. So that's how I it gets me through the day. And thank you. And I also realized today, I don't know why I only realized it today. While I was writing, I wrote 6,000 words today, and I was thinking that I only work like 2 to 3 days a week on grooming. So I was like, I officially work harder. I work more hours on my comic than the actual job that pays for the comics. So, but hey, whatever works. So, yes, thank you. I have been called the cat whisperer, and dogs seem to love me. And it's so funny not that this is comic book related, but after I groom and they come out and they're all happy, they're still loving me and kissing me, and the owners, like new owners, are like, oh, they like you. And I was like, what do you think I was doing in there, torturing them? I was like, yeah, they like it. But yeah, I've been working with animals for, this is gonna show my age, huh? 25 years. No, more than that. 30 years. Damn, I'm old. Yeah, I've been working with animals for 30 years, either as a vet tech or as you have to say pet groomer. It's driving me crazy. You can't say groomer. You say groomer, you're like,
right. You got to be very specific on what kind of grooming you're doing.
My poor friend was on some site, like some local site, and someone said what her job is, and she said groomer, and they started yelling at her. Like, even if that was what you did, you wouldn't say it as a job. Like, what? Like, oh, okay, that's your first thing to go to is to think of what they were doing as their job. But yeah, but whatever. So yeah, but thanks, Travis, for coming on my show, my non-show. Yeah,
anytime. Happy to be here.
Yeah, we don't talk about anything. We didn't talk about any shark shows today. Tom has a haircut, right? We didn't talk about.
I didn't get a haircut. It's all
It's
back
just
there.
years. Nice. So, is there a reason you got rid of the cat ears, or is this like a
the plug-in cord has gotten loose, so I've got to get the the thing fixed.
It's his thing. Like
Yeah.
he can't not have it. It'll take some time.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
it threw
yeah.
us off last time, so we got really confused. So
yeah, just loose wires. So I got to get it fixed, and they'll be back.
Yeah, you have to. We're back. Okay, we're back next Monday at 8. The following Monday, though, is either at 7 or 9. I don't know what's better for you, Tom, because Chad is abandoning us.
Mondays are open for me. I can do whatever.
Awesome. So I'm good either way. I have a show with somebody between 8 and 9. And Travis, you're welcome back anytime that you want to come back. And like I said, there's nothing exciting going on here. But I appreciate everyone that watches. So we have 8
I want
weeks.
to do a deep dive into Shark Atari games with Tom, but I guess I'll save that till next time because there's some great Shark games on Atari.
There's an old Shark game that was basically like Pac-Man, where you go through a maze like collecting dots, and instead of ghosts, it was a shark chasing you through the maze. So yeah, there's some crazy stuff.
I remember a fishing game when I was a kid that you basically fished and then you had to get your fish up before the shark ate it.
Before the shark would eat it? Yeah, sure.
I want to play this. I watched the movie. I watched a horrible movie. This was not a bad movie though. We watched Serenity, but not the fire one Serenity. It was about a fisherman fighting sharks or something. It wasn't very good. But there was a twist to it, and we all knew the twist before we watched it because that's how we saw it on the worst twist there is on movies video. It was not very good. But if you want to watch a bad movie that's not good, Serenity is the one to go. But it had it had Anne Hathaway, Matthew McConaughey, and like 3 people that I have no idea what their names are, but I see them all over. So it had a somewhat they spent all their money, I guess, on the cast, and no one bothered to read. It must have had some kind of someone was like, "This is a great yes," now you gave it away. But yeah, there's to go fishing. What was it? They were like, I used to go fishing for real, and then they came up with a video game, and someone was like, "Do you want to go fishing on a video game?" I was like, "I don't think it's the same as going fishing on the real time fishing, but." It's also not the same as going with sharks.
I've caught way more fish electronically than I have in real life.
Yeah, it probably
I
is.
don't even play those games. Just
yeah. So, what system are these shark games on that I have to find now?
Oh,
they're on all kinds of systems, but there's a 2600.
We still have Atari. My brother has it. I got mad because he sold my Yars Revenge, and then I refused to play Atari again. But we still do have Atari. So, but yeah, I haven't played any shark games whatsoever. So
there's an actual Jaws game for NES based on the Jaws 4 movie, which is a really fun game to play. And then there's one actually for Xbox 360 called Jaws Unleashed, I think, where it's almost sort of like an open world thing where you're swimming around in the water and you're killing killer whales and knocking over boats and doing stuff. So there are actual Jaws games as well for systems. And then there's just weird crap.
Wasn't the original, for some reason it's spinning my head. Wasn't the original like Sega CD game a shark game? Like you were running around and like avoiding a shark, like I can't remember the name of the game, but I think that was the game.
Around that time is when I stopped caring about video games for the most part. I just lost it. That I never got into the CD stuff. I was like, I love NES. Like the NES system to me was peak video gaming. Sure, the graphics aren't what we get now, but like it was all fun to play, even though they were wonky sometimes in your movements or whatever. Like the 8-bit sound, the 8-bit graphics, like that to me was the best ever. So that's why I still play those games more than anything.
I think older everything is better.
Yeah.
But I'm also old, so I'm probably biased. Like I watched The Crow today for the first time in like 20 years, and I was like, this is still a great movie. So
can't rain all the time. I understand.
Yeah. See? You know.
Just can't.
These things are so long, I never read them. All I got was a photo and it's got a goose.
See, that whole story is why you don't do that, Jordan.
Yeah.
All you got is a photo and you got him loose. Like, you don't even get to put him on your wall. You don't get shark steaks. Like, that sounds terrible.
I caught a shark and we brought it home. We did get to eat it because it was small enough. It was like at that right length that you can eat and don't have to throw back in. And we left it in the truck when we went to the bar and all the fish rotted. So we got to eat none of them.
That sounds disgusting.
It was disgusting. Yes.
I have never went fishing for sharks. I think I caught flounder, not the one from The Little Mermaid, but
I don't
actual
think
flounder.
you go fishing for sharks. I think you go fishing for other things and you will maybe get a shark. Like, I don't think shark fishing is really a thing unless you're like Quint, you know.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't think shark fishing is like a legitimate, like,
I mean,
sword fishing.
Sure,
You go
some
sword
drunk
fishing,
guys.
right? Yeah. That's right. Yeah, shark is unintentional. That's the point. Yeah, like you go trying to get something else, and then you latch on to something on the way.
Are you allowed to shark fish? Like, is that a thing that you're allowed to do? Is that legal?
That's what I'm saying. I don't think it's a thing. Like, I don't think you can get. There's no shark fishing. Like, I know they get fish because obviously we can eat shark in restaurants and stuff. So it's not like it's an illegal thing. But I've never heard of anyone going shark fishing outside of the context of like Quint from Jaws. Every time I hear people catching sharks, it's like, yeah, I caught this, fish in the ocean, and then a shark came to try and get it while I was reeling it in. That's like every shark story I've ever heard.
All right, that makes more sense.
I'm sure there's got to be some commercial element to it because you can eat shark at restaurants, but I don't know.
I don't think I've ever had shark. I had the mahi. What is it? Mahi or something? No.
Mahi's good. Shark is not really that great to eat. It's okay. It's just not.
We would kill more of them if they were tasty.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. It's lucky for them that they're bland.
They're not that good. They don't look like they would taste good. Not that fish look like they taste good, but like it. I think of rubber when I look at sharks.
Yeah,
so it doesn't look all that tasty. Did it have a taste when you tried it, or is it like snails? Because snails don't have a taste when I tried it.
I mean, it kind of does, but it's kind of like chicken, right? It's like chicken kind of has a taste, but it's really what seasoning you put on it. Like chicken is just sort of chicken. So fish is kind of the same way. It's like, what are you going to put on it to kind of bring out the flavor that you want? So I haven't had shark in a long time. And I kind of dodge it now if I ever see it on the menu anyway. I'm like, I don't want to eat a shark. That's not, give me the salmon. There's plenty of salmon. I'll eat a salmon.
I do, I avoided salmon for like my entire life until like that was all that was on the menu. And I was like, fine, I'll have it. And then I love it.
It's good. Yeah.
That just shows, how much there's probably so much more in life that I enjoy. And I don't bother.
Oh, I'm the same way, especially with food. I'm just like, I'm 52. I know what I eat and I know what I don't eat. And you're not going to change my mind. So yeah, that's real. I can't even think of the most exciting. Alligator, I think is the most exciting thing. I had alligator, and it was like you said, it tastes like chicken. It tastes like a teriyaki sauce. I think this is the weirdest thing I've had. It was pigeon. I had pigeon.
Oh, squab. I've had that too.
When we were in Europe, and it was just like a weird gray. Like, it's exactly what you would think it is. It's like, this looks terrible. So I had that. That's about as weird as I've gotten.
We had, so I went to my brother dragged me to this thing. Like, you pay a ticket. It's supposed to be unique food. But it was squab. I think I'm saying that right. Squab, which is pigeon. and elk. And then they had boar, but isn't boar just pig? Isn't that just
basically
boar?
it's pig on steroids? Yeah,
like it was like this, exclusive boar, and I was like, it's pig. But I did have elk, and I did like elk. And my uncle used to catch squirrels, so there's that. I liked pheasant. If I haven't had it in like, how old am I? 35 years, but when I had pheasant, I remember it was something I highly enjoyed. So I don't know how hard that is to find or get or whatever. My dad was a hunter that was awful. He never caught anything, which as a kid I was thrilled with because I didn't want him to shoot the animals. But
a friend of mine brings me to Brazilian steakhouses, and I'm the most boring guy. No goat, no sheep, no, just bring me steak and chicken. Like, what are you talking about? Pork.
we just did Brazilian 3 weeks ago. And yeah, we didn't do anything. It was chicken and top sirloin. It was all different parts of the steak. I didn't try. They had lamb. I don't like lamb.
I don't like lamb either.
Yeah, I never liked it. And I didn't. They had like some kind of ribs. I know there's more than one kind of rib. Like, what is it? You can have cow or pig, right? Two different. I don't know. It was good. It wasn't. The best part was the dessert. So, that's what my Italian family eats. I am not touching that with a 10-foot pole. So do not ever give that to me as a present after I grim your dogs. That was something that the goats, the boiled head. We've kind of gone off some weird topic here, but yeah. Or my mother used to do, and I never had this either. They call it sweetbread, which where the F they got that name, I don't know. But it's the esophagus of the cow or something, the stomach of the cow or some crap like that. It's not sweet and it's not bread.
Yeah,
so
it's a weird thing. Yeah.
Try and go to bed. Who's eating eyeballs? I dissected an eyeball in second grade. That's New York schools for you.
This is like Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom going on in here.
Yeah. Jordan's about
monkey
to
brains.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's gonna strap some poor monkey to a table next and have a little hammer or something. Yeah. I have never tried monkey brains, so I don't think. Oh, looky.
Show the face. You could be grooming this, but you live too far away.
What happened?
Said you could be grooming this, but you live way too far away.
Yeah, I know. It might be worth the travel. He needs some trimming around the eyes. How does he see?
Yeah.
What's his name?
This is John Ralphio.
You didn't sound sure.
No, this is John Ralphio. That's his name.
Nice. How many do you have? Is that the other one?
No, we have another one. We have a dog named Zoe.
Yeah. So. I was supposed to bring my dog Evie on, but I forgot and I didn't feel like going up the stairs to get her. But I have 5 pets. Do not ever work at animal shelters if you like animals, because you will come home with everything. So I quit. But yeah, I have 5 pets. Tom, do you have any?
No.
Do you have any kids? Do you have
kids?
No. Me neither.
No.
Travis, you don't have kids.
This is what we talked about last time. This is, Lori was like, how do you watch movies? I'm like, because I have no one else here and I can do anything I want whenever I want.
Yeah. Travis has kids though, right, Travis?
Yeah, I have 3.
Yeah. So that is the opposite of us. We have no kids. But I probably would have been either an incredibly overprotective mom or a completely ignore them. So I don't really know what kind of parent I would be, because I'm super protective and super mom, people, but then I don't know. So I have no idea how it would be. So anyway, it's 10 o'clock. So I guess I should go make sure my husband's still there. Anyway, thanks for coming on to celebrate my birthday with me. I appreciate it. Tom would have been here regardless, but I still appreciate him coming on my birthday. I appreciate it whenever Tom's here. I don't know why he came on the show in the first place, and I don't know why he keeps coming on. But I appreciate
all I did was I saw you guys on, and all I did was say, what are you guys doing? And suddenly a link appeared in my messages, and you were like, I don't know, come in here. I'm like, all right, I'll come in here.
And then he did, and now I'm never leaving. Yeah, now he's just stuck here for life in this
Yeah.
non-show.
Yeah.
Just yeah, you got to be careful, Travis, because sometimes you just get sucked into the show and you just don't even know how you got on it. And then you're here talking about Ghost Shark and Doll Shark, and we're still looking for Big Shark. I say it every episode, but we're looking for the movie Big Shark. We know
We
it
need
exists.
that link. We need that
We
Big
know it's
Shark
out
link.
there. Yeah.
I got here. I'll even do this. I'll put a reward up. I'll put up Big Dog Inc. swag. If you find me a link to Big Shark, I will get you Big Dog Inc. swag. I need the link.
Yeah.
So the reward has been posted.
Yeah. This show will keep going forever until we get
we find Big Shark.
Yeah, until we get Big Shark. So if you hate this show enough for it to end, you gotta at least find Big Shark. And then
So
we'll
someone must know Tommy Wiseau, and all he has to do is get me a copy, and we'll never talk about it again.
Yeah.
Well, we'll talk about it one time because we'll all watch it and talk about it, and then we'll go away.
Absolutely. So we're gonna keep talking about it until this shows up. It's gonna show up. We're gonna have to. It's gonna happen. Tom, I have faith. It might be 20 years from now. I have no idea. We'll be, we won't even be able to read anymore or something, and we'll just be like, we're still looking for Big Shark, and we'll never be able to get off the air.
That'll be my last words as I start to die.
Put us out of our misery.
It'll be you'll find it at one of those cons where they have all the DVDs. Like for some reason they have that. Like why? Like someone's looking for it on the internet, so we made it.
I'm telling you,
those are now. They're just you can't find this on the internet, so we have gathered it together.
Yeah.
Or you're too poor for some reason to have Netflix, so we're going to give you the season of Daredevil. You're welcome.
Yeah. So anyway, we're Southern goodbyes here. It takes us about 7 tries till we hang up. So I'll hurry up and hit the end of the stream.
No, you hang up.
No, you hang up. And we're done.